Hi everybody, this is Mr. Dollar, also known as Peace Daddy. Today's lesson is going to be the third passage of the multiplication checkerboard. We introduced the multiplication checkerboard and did the first and second passages, and now this one is the third lesson, and there's going to be a couple of new words: multiplicand, multiplier, and product. You might not know those words, so if you don't, go ahead and write them down. Multiplicand, multiplier, and product. We're going to talk about the final product and a partial product. So it's important to write those words down while you're working through this lesson. This is the third passage using the multiplication checkerboard. There's our checkerboard, and you should be familiar with all the parts if you've made it to this video. So I'm not going to be going over any of the parts. We're just going to get straight to the problem. The problem that we're going to use today is 3,465 multiplied by 324. I've already written it down on my paper, and I like to use grid paper so that I can keep all of my numbers in their correct place value. So make sure that when you're writing this down, whether you're using grid paper or not, that you're keeping the numbers in their correct place values. So the 4 should be under the 5 because they're both in the ones place. 2 under the 2, that's the tens place. The 4 and 3 are both in the hundreds place, and then the 3 is in the thousands place. It's really helpful to use this grid paper with the larger grids when you're doing this kind of work, so that you can write the numbers and you can keep track of where all the numbers go, and you don't make a minor mistake when you're adding because you just put the number in the wrong spot. So this is helpful with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the problem down using our tiles. So it's 3,465. So I'm going to use a green 3, 465, 3,465, and this number is my multiplicand. That's the number that we were talking about earlier, the multiplicand. That's what the first number is called, the number that's at the top of your multiplication problem. And then the second number is called the multiplier, and that number is 324. So I'm looking for a red 3, blue 2, and a green 4. 3,465 multiplied by 324. So we're going to begin by multiplying the units by the units. 5 times 4 is 20. So I'm going to put a bar of 2 on the blue square and nothing on the green square. 20, 2, 0. Then I'm going to multiply the tens times the units. So here's the tens. 6 times 4 is 24. 24. Then I'm going to multiply the hundreds times the units. 4 times 4 is 16. 1, 6, and then 3 times 4 is 12. I skipped a small step. I don't know maybe if you see what I forgot to do, but usually we turn these tiles over because we're not working with the tens row and we're not working with the hundreds row. So we keep those turned over, and it's almost like putting your hand over it so you can't see it, because right now we're just going to pay attention to this one row, which is the ones row. All right, so 3 times 4 is 12, 1 and a 2. Now we're going to make some quick exchanges. 4 and 2 make 6, so I'm going to exchange that for a 6 bar. 6 and 2 makes 8. Swap that out for an 8. 2 and 1 is 3. And then 1 is 1. So this is called our first partial product, and we're going to write it down. This is 13,860. 13,860 is our product. A product is the answer to a multiplication problem, and this is only a partial product. We call it a partial product because it's just part of the product. We're not done yet. On your first row, you're going to write down that partial product, because that is 4 times 3,465. 13,860. Make sure that you put the 0 underneath the 5 and the 4. Make sure you put the 6 in the tens place, the 8 in the hundreds place, the 3 in the thousands place, and the 1 in the 10,000s place. Okay, we're all done with this first row, the ones row, so we're going to turn that over, and now we're going to work with the second row, which is 2, and the work is exactly the same. It's just a different row. 5 times 2 is 10. A 1 and a 0. 10. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 and a 2. 1, 2. 12. 4 taken 2 times is 8. 3 taken 2 times is 6. Going to exchange quickly. 2 and 1 is 3. 8 and 1 is 9. So, in this column, we have another partial product. This is 69,300, because we're in the tens column. So we've got to multiply by 10. 69,000. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 300. So we're going to write down our second partial product, making sure that the parts, the numbers stay in the right place value. Very important. 69,300. Make sure you have a 0 in the ones place. Make sure you have a 0 in the tens place. This is the tens place. There should be a 0 there. Make sure you have a 3 in the hundreds place. 9,000, 6, 10,000s, just like it looks on the board. Okay, we're going to turn over the tens place and work with the hundreds place. 5 taken 3 times is 15. 1 and a 5. 1, 5. 15. 6 taken 3 times is 18. 1 and an 8. 1, 8. 18. 4 taken 3 times is 12. 1 and a 2. 1, 2. 4 taken 3 times is 12. There's the 12 right there. 1, 2. 3 taken 3 times is 9. We're going to do some quick exchanging. 5, 10, 9. 8 and a 1 is 9. 2 and a 1 is 3. 9 and a 1 is 10. 1, 0 is 10. So in this row, we have our last partial product, which is 1,039,500. Let's write that one down. 1,039,500. Looks like that. 0 in the ones place, 0 in the tens place, 5 in the hundreds place, 9 in the thousands place, 3 in the 10,000s place, 0 in the 100,000s place, and a 1 in the millions place. And then you just add everything up. So we're going to add straight down our columns. And where you're using the checkerboard, you just slide. So there's our millions place here, 1 million. And then I'm going to slide everything down, and we're going to do some quick exchanging, making sure that everything that is red stays red. Everything that's green stays green, blue stays blue. Always start on the right. 6, this is 8, and 3, which is 11, and 5 is 16. 1 and a 6. 1, 6 makes 16. 2 9s is 18, and 1 is 19, and 3 is 22. 2 and a 2, 22. 6 and 3 makes 9, and 1 more makes 10, and 2 is 12. 1, 2, 12. So our final product is 1,122,660. And you'll find that if you just add all these numbers up, you'll get the same answer, 1,122,660. So your final answer should look like that. We can slide it on the checkerboard, or we can just add the numbers up straight down the columns, always starting with the ones column first, and then the tens column, and then the hundreds column, so on and so forth. This has been the third passage using the Montessori checkerboard with Mr. Dollar, also known as Peace Daddy. Thank you for joining me. See you guys next time.